the biggest thing about this place is it's a preschool.
Yeah.
You know, they learn the skills to transition into their kindergarten classes, and they're prepared for it.
Yeah.
And so I don't look at it as a daycare. I look at it more as a school for kids that can't go to school yet.
Yeah, and it starts, I mean, even before the preschool, it starts at day one, even when they're babies. I mean, they have objectives for babies, you know, like they are watching out for their development every step of the way. Every time they transition to a different class, there's a new set of objectives that they have for them to learn, and they encourage them and work with them until they're ready to move on to the next one. And so it starts from day one, and when they get to that preschool level here, they're ready to roll.
When we first went into the preschool classroom, that very first day, he was a little bit timid about it. But then after being in the preschool for just one day, the very next day, he woke up early, like 30 to 40 minutes before his little clock said it was time for him to get up. And he proceeded to get himself dressed and everything before he came and woke us up. And he's like, okay, 6 o'clock, let's go. Can we go now? So he was super excited.
When we came to Two For You, it was like noticeably different how we felt about the facility. The kids were what was the noticeably different thing. They all seemed so happy. It just made us feel different and safe here. And I'd heard good things as well from people that had come here.
So our two daughters were at an in-home daycare until our oldest was about 2, and we wanted to get her into something a little bit more structured and around more kids her age. And as soon as we toured, we knew that we wanted to send both of our daughters here.
We toured, and it took one time to tour, and I was like, this is where we want to be.
Yeah, we fell in love with it instantly.
I think another thing for us was the introduction to the staff, and just the way that we came in, did a tour of the facility, and they had pamphlets that kind of gave us a lot of information about the people that would actually be working with our children. So that was big, and the communication and transparency here is phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the big things that really drew us in is once we started looking was that the curriculum that they used for the preschool and that they actually had a curriculum aligned with what our Ankeny School District here was going to have. They aligned together. They were going to be teaching pretty much the same things.
So they did a good job of kind of weaving the curriculum into play. And there was a lot of things that they learned that they didn't realize they were learning when they were doing it. I feel like she came home every day happy. She had a great day every day. She had a blast. She always wanted to come. Every single day, she could not wait to get here. I think that's what surprised me the most, is just that she wanted to be here. She wanted to be learning and with her friends and having fun.
It seemed like she was coming home every day and coming up with something new that we'd never heard her say before. I remember she came home one day and she was like, hey, that's an octagon. And I was like, how do you even know that's an octagon, you know? So that was definitely reassuring, for sure.
There's people that I know that specifically bring their children here just for the preschool. You know, they've been at an alternate site and they come just for the kindergarten room to get them prepared for kindergarten.
I feel like he's definitely prepared for kindergarten. That was, again, one of the reasons we chose this, is that we would kind of 2 for 1, the kindergarten prep and the childcare at the same time. But he knows his letters. They've been started to read sight words. He can write his name, and first name, last name, can count to 100 plus, I think, at this point now. And
yeah, last night I was reading him books before bedtime, and he pointed out 3 different sight words.
When our 2-year-old started, who is now 4, they basically have guided her all the way. She's learned everything that she knows from this place. She is potty trained since she's been here. She knows her ABCs, she knows how to spell her name. Write her name. They have taught her everything that she knows. We feel as though she's ready to start kindergarten without staying for another year, but due to when her birthday is, she'll stay another year, and that will just prepare her even more.
It's kind of fun to be able to see your kid kind of go through the whole entire spectrum of the daycare portion and the preschool, and now we can see kind of how the preschool program prepared her for school. We got to see her first set of scores this past fall, which was really neat. She was above the benchmark with every single thing they scored her on, which was, I don't know, for me it was awesome. It helped me feel like I made the right decision with choosing Two For You.
I feel like him being prepared when he came out of the preschool program was exactly what I expected. You know, we've gotten great reports from kindergarten teacher. He's where he needs to be. You know, he identifies with the curriculum that they're teaching in kindergarten.
We've been here long enough now that we've had a kid that's graduated out of the program, starting another one. The staff that has been here, some of them have been here for a very long time, and they just generally care. They're passionate about what they do, and that also is a huge thing for us in the decision, not only to keep our child in to graduate through, but to also bring another one through.